So Frank,
What's up, man? I had to walk back to the computer. I was muted.
how's it going?
Hey, bro. How are you?
Good. How's the mailers going?
Mailers did not, they weren't as successful as I had hoped this last month. So I kind of tapped myself out for a little bit.
What's up,
So
Lisa?
I'm on pause. I haven't, I mean, it's still running, but I'm not sending anything. I have to manually send them. So I'm not sending at the moment.
I'm curious about first class mail. Like as soon as the notices come out that day, sending them a postcard or a first class envelope.
Yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of different ways, right?
Yeah.
Talk to, I mean, this guy, Gary, that, he's done it for years and years, so he's, got a lot of experience in it. It's through Print Genie, so like 40 bucks a month, $49 a month, something like that. And
So
then
cool.
whatever you send. And he puts you in, and like if you've looked at the Print Genie pricing, he puts you in the secondary secondary list.
Okay.
So you get like, if you look at pricing, it's like stage two, not stage three, not like the best pricing, but they give you good pricing.
I think I'm gonna just start with the in-house first class and see how that goes. Because I've noticed I've been like last time I door knocked on a weekend, there was three houses there that the notice had come out that day. I
Uh,
think according to Brent, you can oftentimes beat the county mailing it to him and be the first person to notify him in the mail.
nice. Yeah, let me know how it goes. I'll try about anything, man. At least for 2 months.
And I was wondering how that was going. I was thinking about you this morning. We were talking about you last week too, me and somebody else.
My ears are burning. Huh. Yeah, second. What's it do? Mhm.
I wonder if anybody else will be here. But we've been having good luck with SMART goals. They've been driving the needle for us. I wanted
Yeah,
to
you're not in the latest one. Hang on a sec. Go to her message. Did you go to her message? Let me see. I was having trouble getting to
Lisa,
the
while we're
meeting.
waiting for people, if you want to go over any SMART goals of yours, I know you got to jump off. I got your email last night.
Yeah, yeah. So thank you. So I my last week's SMART goal was to do the first 4 weeks of the the program. That did not work out. I did not get that done. I was a little bit more derailed by my sudden loss of my W-2 job than I think I expected in terms of just, having to regroup. So I've gotten some things off my plate from last week, which was a good use of time. And so I am recommitting that this time I'm just going to do 5 hours this week instead of trying to do 4 weeks. So,
Well,
so
that's the A. And Kyle helped me with this. I was setting these like BHAGs, right, every week that were just not gonna work. And he said it has to be attainable.
yeah, yeah,
And so then I pulled them down a little bit and then I started getting better results. Actually,
yeah, yeah. I was definitely a little lofty in my, yeah. And there were just things, there were natural things that showed up that out of, losing my job that, I need to talk to my accountant and my financial planner, and just regroup. And anyway, the blah, blah, blah. But in any case, attainable is key.
yes.
That is the piece. And so, yeah, I just needed to be a little bit more realistic. So
Also,
I
you
I
eat
can,
elephant one bite at a time.
that's right. That's right. So, yeah, so 5 hours, I think I will be able to achieve between now and next Monday. So I will be happy to report that I had achieved my goal next week.
I agree. And if you need a little motivation for getting up, Varun has that 4:45 check-in. If you get on that 5 times and then study for an hour, you'll have it done.
My God, that's true. That's true. I know that guy, when he put that out there, I was like, I am still seriously in my REM sleep at 4:55
I
in the
hope I
morning.
My daughter woke Jen and I up to go work out at 4:45 this morning. I was such a zombie, but I'm glad I went. She's 11. I
Wow.
was impressed.
I mean,
Well,
I do appreciate that. All right, I'm gonna make a note. Maybe I'll do that. Does he do that every morning?
Yes, every morning he's got a Zoom. I don't know if I have the link.
It's 365 days a year.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. Well,
Yeah, we have a link.
if you send it, and I'll see if I can do one.
Okay. I'm gonna put it in the text right now.
Okay, perfect.
I mean, I can get up and do it, but it'd be more like, "God, good morning. I'm not ready."
I know. I mean, the
I
truth
was the
is,
only one on video. Every time I've done it, everybody's just like,
Yeah, but
"Oh."
you're a guy. Shut
Like a
up.
5 minute.
But your hair, bro.
I know.
4:55, not 4:45.
yeah,
Perfect.
an extra 10 minutes
Thanks,
snooze.
Jennifer.
That
We
could
made
make
a
all
note
the
of the
difference in the
Yeah.
Just being real.
world.
Hey, one quick thing. I wanted to tell y'all. I don't know if you guys are going to be attending, but I'm looking at a calendar. I think it's on the 4th, right, Frank, or 5th? 4th of
5th or 6th, I don't know.
September
It's a
is
Thursday.
the
Big dog.
Big
The
Dog
Dallas
Meetup
meetup.
in Dallas,
Oh, nice.
and we're going to be there.
Be there, be square.
I'll have to let me see on my
It's
calendar.
at the same place where we met y'all at the Renaissance.
Okay.
Do they ever do anything, I don't know, in
I
Dallas?
should be.
That would be nice.
I know that's Addison.
I'm gonna be in Florida that weekend or that
Yeah.
week. I might be able to shift that around, but I like going to that stuff.
Yeah, like we've kind of made it a priority. We're trying to go again, and we'll do another Houston one by the end of the year. Of course, Austin's this weekend, so
I want to go to Houston too.
Oh, y'all should come to Austin.
Austin is Saturday at noon.
Mhm. Oh, okay, you'll be there?
Yep.
Okay, I'm planning on probably being there also.
Saturday.
A few minutes.
Lisa, is that you
motivation
saying
parts
that to
here.
be there? Okay.
You guys all see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
The reason the goal isn't coming at you fast enough is because every person you've seen accomplish the goal, you only see it the moment they accomplish it. And the reason that it hurts so much when people are like,
Yeah.
must be nice, that happened overnight, is because every time you fail, no one cares and no one sees. But when you finally win, people take notice. Discredited. But it's the only time they notice is when you actually win. And so to even further reinforce the point, the fact that everyone looks like an overnight success means that the 10 years where they sucked, no one saw. And so the fear that you have about people noticing the fact that you fail is ridiculous because they're barely going to notice when you succeed. The difficulty with personal development and entrepreneurship is that you don't know when the end is coming, but you still need to fight. And the only certainty that I can give you is that it's the same thing that every other person who got through that period went through. But I think the thing that everyone who's listening lacks is the context on how hard work is, not in that it's complex, but just in that it's a continuous and unending focus on one thing and noticing the details that separate mediocrity from greatness. And if you're like, I don't know what the difference between those two things is, that is the opportunity that hard work reveals. And most people expect that is hard work because that's the hardest they've worked, not the amount of hard work that is required in order to get the level of outcome that they say they want or that they expect. And until you get great, because as soon as you get great at one thing, you realize just the tremendous amount of hours and work that it takes to be great at one thing. And then there's this oh shit moment that I can express personally, which is you realize that there's so few things that you can be great at. And then the discipline comes down to saying, what are the 2 or 3 things that I can be really good at in my life? Because it will take me 5 to 7 years to be exceptional at this one thing.
That's pretty good.
I love that dude.
Yeah, he's good. He just
Yeah.
did a launch too this weekend.
And that 5 to 7 years reminds me of spend the next 5 years doing stuff that we're not willing to do or nobody else is willing to do. So then you don't have to worry after that.
I mean, that's how I look at this whole thing, everything we're doing. It's freaking hard. Like this boot camp we're in right now, I'm dying. But how many people won't do it? Or how many people, Frank and I are in different ones, and which is my goal, so I'll just stop talking after this. You don't have to call me. Is we're about 6 weeks, I guess, in now, and
Something
the
like that,
drop
yeah.
off is crazy.
People just dropping like flies.
Or they just
Yeah.
no show.
They can't
no
commit. They
call
can't
and tell
commit, or
you,
they come.
can't commit.
Yeah,
You know.
we have some that are in these daily, sometimes daily meetings, and they're just like, you don't hear them, you don't see them, you don't know what they're doing, and they're like, oh, I'm here to help. It's like, to do what exactly?
You
We've
have
been,
to do the
so
work.
step in, jump in there. We're not trying to be exclude anyone, but you have to be active. Sorry, I took your moment.
It's great. You guys are together too, but I think there's so many people get right up to the point where if they would just keep going, they'd find success.
Don't
And that's why
quit
everybody quits.
before. Yes.
So I was listening to him more this weekend. He said he was quoting Charlie Munger. The 2 things that kill all businesses is obviously if you quit. But the other one is 87% of businesses fail because they have no money. And so that's going back to our SMART goals, trying to pull the levers that get us deals, make us the most money.
Mhm.
That's
I think the number one thing I tell myself is quit quitting. Quit
Mhm.
quit it. Because that's the easy part, actually, is quitting.
Yeah, I've
Easier to
committed to
quit.
myself to 5 years of just killing myself. And it's starting to work.
Yeah. That's
So what
where we
year are
are.
you in at this point? Was it?
0.5, you're 0.5.
We're year one. We're
Yeah,
year
year
one
one.
of 5.
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
side note for just a second? I am having trouble trying to copy the stuff in the chat. I am not successfully able to do that.
It's not letting you.
No.
I can text it to you.
All right, I'm sorry. I don't know why it's not working.
No, that's the wrong one.
Oops, wrong Lisa.
There's more than one? Just kidding.
That's 5 a.m. We're 4:45.
Another big dog. There you go. You should have that.
It's red. It's red.
Yeah, I can't send it to you because you have an Android.
No, I think it's just all your messages aren't working.
Okay. I'll try to email it to you afterwards or something.
Okay, yeah, that's so weird. Nothing's coming to me. That's weird.
You talking about the Zoom meeting in the chat?
Yeah, I can't copy it.
Yeah, that's Varun's wake up. But today I was going to hit a little bit on the cold calls. I don't know how many people are doing cold calls, but we got a deal door knocking, and I keep getting really close on cold calls. We're getting a lot more success there. One of the things that did it for me is I stopped using the word foreclosure initially.
Mm.
I started using a little bit of Jeremy Minor tactic with the confused old man, to where you say like, can you help me out here? And they say yes. And I say, I'm calling because there's a notice of sale associated with your phone number. And occasionally we get people that they're not going in through foreclosure. It's not that uncommon. The number's still attached, so it feeds those people as well. And it just kind of covers everything. It tones it down. The foreclosure is not as threatening then when you say notice of sale. And it got a lot more people to talk to me just by stop using the word foreclosure and ask for help. Kind of, can you help me out here today? So that's been great. I was gonna play a couple recordings, but then I couldn't find good ones. And
So are you saying to them, can you help me out here?
well,
Oh,
just answer
Can
the
you
phone.
elaborate on that a little bit more?
Lisa, I'm calling you right now.
Okay,
So,
hello.
hello, is this Lisa?
This is she. It's your lucky day.
Hey, Lisa. My name's Chad. I was wondering if you could help me out today.
Oh, well, yeah, sure. Who are you?
My name's Chad, and I'm calling because it looks like there's a notice of sale associated with your phone number.
Uh, is this a prank call? What's going on here?
Yes. But that to that point right there has gotten me so many more people to talk to me instead of just click because there's so many click, click, click. I'm like, damn it. I was getting so frustrated. So that I was trying to find like a technique to get through that initial 30-second barrier, and that's what's helped me.
So notice of sale and can you help me out here? Okay, great.
Jeremy Miner's really good though.
Mhm.
I think Alexis might be listening to him because Gary signed
Yeah.
up for it, right?
We're doing the Jeremy Minor training too. It's really good.
I was gonna
And
ask, is it good, Alexis? You like it?
Yeah, it is. It's really expensive though, like if you actually do like the coaching and stuff. So like I would recommend like watching some YouTube videos.
Yeah.
But really like his tactic is just like with the cold calling is just to kind of like spark curiosity. And so that's where like the confused tone comes in. So that's what we're doing on our script as well, which we're starting today. So we'll see how ours goes, but if you guys are having success, then hopefully we will.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank uses it in all of our responses, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use it through SMS and the pattern interrupt stuff that he does. Yeah, for sure.
How does the SMS stuff work for you guys?
I mean, I'm pretty far along on it, so I mean, I think it works pretty good. I mean, it's just getting them to tell you it's the wrong person, or yeah, are they willing to come on the phone with us? So that's my goal with those. So like we're Chad, you're running into hangups or wrong number. It kind of helps force to me that along sooner because it's a bunch of people that you're reaching out to. So the sooner you tell me it's the wrong number, the sooner I can go find another number and on to the next person to help them. But it does. I'd say in 100 you might get 3 or 5 that are going to be responsive. It's just these last 2 weeks of the month. Every month is where it gets super busy.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's a normal response rate there? Like 3% is pretty good, right? 3 to 5% is good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I would say 35% for sure. I mean, with the amount that we're after, yeah.
Hmm.
I'm curious what other folks like Ben and his team and some of the other ones. I know Ben's still chasing them. He's been doing this for a bit, so I'd be interested to see what everyone else is getting. I find a lot of times people just kind of shift to something else.
Yeah, and I wonder, so you get 3 to 5 response rate, that's 30 to 50 out of 1,000, but how many of those actually bring you a deal, right? And then you can
Right.
track the cost per deal.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to move them. You have to move them in in the CRM, you have to move them along, right? You have to put them in the right, I would say opportunities, and then you continue to chase them. It's just, there's a lot, and a lot of them are just like, F off or, no or whatever, right? So,
Yeah. I've been told it's for a lot of years, it's luck mixed with volume.
right.
Cool. Yeah, I'd love to hear what results are working the best. And I was also thinking if anybody wants to come in with marketing stuff with first class mailers, that's kind of our next step. So we're always curious to try to put together kind of a marketing co-op like Chris Alcido was talking about, but it just hasn't really morphed into existence yet.
What's the cost on the letters? Like, what are you looking to do? It's like you're an envelope with an actual letter inside of it.
Yeah, and a stamp, so it's like $1 or something. You can also print out the notice of sale. I heard that's a good thing to do if you want to go find it.
Yeah, I found out that they actually don't mail those to homeowners.
No?
Mm-mm. So like
Hmm.
when you ask if you like, for example, in one of the scripts that I've got, it's hey, there's a notice of sale associated with this address. Have you received your notice yet? And the answer is always going to be no, because they don't send those notices to the homeowners.
Huh, interesting. How do they find out their house is about to be sold then besides us calling them?
I've actually ran into a lot of people in that exact situation where they don't have any idea that their house is being foreclosed on, because the only required notice is public notice.
Oh, wow. Uh-huh.
Wow. That'd be a rude awakening, but something's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a few of those conversations that have been uncomfortable.
When you haven't paid for 6 months, it's coming.
Right, like that's the whole thing, is like
Can be repressed.
these
Yeah.
people know they're in this situation, so it might be a slight shock to hear, oh, they're actually selling the house, but like for the most part, they know it's coming.
When I went to the Collin County foreclosure, I mean, I had a guy come up to me with his notice. It was in yellow paper that he got at his
Oh,
house.
really?
I don't know. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if it
What
was like
county
it
was
was
that?
like the final. That was 2 months ago or
Maybe
3 months
it was
ago.
at the bank.
It told them to come to the county courthouse.
Wow.
I looked at it. Yeah. So I don't know if it was like the final because it was like the notice right before he went, but he had like a yellow slip of paper that he had. That's why he was rushing down there freaking out. I don't know if that was the first time that he heard of it or what, but
Amy,
Yeah,
how's
because I talked to one person who they had a hard money loan that I guess had a balloon payment, and they hadn't paid the balloon payment. So they keep sending them to foreclosure like month in and month out, even though they keep making the regular payments. And that's when I realized that I was like, oh, this is a really fun game.
um who's up, Joe or Amy? How was your week? Either one.
I actually haven't done a darn thing for real estate investing in the last week and a half, but my chickens are finally have a coop and have somewhere to lay their eggs. And the yard is finally looking good because we have an acre and a half here in Delaware, and it hadn't been maintained in about 3 years, and I'm ready to jump back on and start making things happen.
Well, yeah, at least you don't have to go to the grocery store to buy eggs now.
We still do for about another month.
Okay.
That's the crappy part of raising chickens, is the first 6 months.
We'll get it in there, man. Even 10 minutes a day, it's gonna do something for you.
Yeah, we're jumping back on. Curtis has unfortunately decided to go back to the W-2 route, and so I'm back over here by my lonesome, but it's time to strap the boots on and get to work myself, I guess.
Yeah, don't quit, man. That's when everything ends, is when you quit. Curtis
That's it.
just gave up and went back to W2. He's not gonna be a
That's it.
big.
I'm keeping on. I mean, I'm looking for a part-time gig right now because I do got to get some cash flow rolling, but I definitely do not want to stop this. And if I get off at 5 o'clock, being in Delaware, I'm an hour ahead of you guys in Texas. So I get off at 5 o'clock, it's 4 o'clock there.
That's a
I
good
still
hour
got 3 hours of cold calling to do.
Yeah, man. I found over the dinner hour is low response rate, but 4 to 5 is good. I've been getting people picking up then pretty.
4 to 5, but
It's
then
awesome.
like you said, like 5 to 7 is not so much.
Right, we had really poor response. From what I've found, just some research online, it could be disproven, but 9:30 till noon or so, or till 11, 9:30 to 11, and then noon to 5 are like the highest response times.
Okay. Have you ever done like late at night, like 8 pushing 9 o'clock?
Only if they call us.
Only if you call. Okay.
Yeah. Um, does anybody have to leave at 10 for W2? Are everybody okay right now?
you mean 9?
9, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta
Frank
boogie
and
at
I
9.
have to.
You guys want to go over anything else for next week before you run out of time?
Yeah, Frank, tell them what you're doing.
God, which part?
Uh, the your presentation, and he's the numbers guy.
Yeah, I mean, this is underwriting really 101 to me for commercials. So we're presenting today to our group to our leaders, and we have a presentation for a multifamily property that's up in I think it's in Tarrant County.
Nice.
It's in Hearst. It's a small complex, 79 units, and we submitted an LOI last week, so it's all a team effort, right? So we have hopefully we'll get that and we'll be able to kind of move it forward.
How'd your LOI get received?
We sent it on Friday, so we haven't heard back just yet. One of the team members is going to reach out to the broker and make sure that they got it, make sure that see if they have any questions. So we haven't heard back from them, but we're going to push forward. I mean, it's mostly it's partially exercise and partially if they accept it, we'll go forward with it. Is what the plan is. So be on the
Nice.
lookout for if you guys want to jump in there. It's I think it's like it's like a $6 million property. It's making pretty good money already. It's got a good cash on cash and a good return. So yeah, we're excited about it.
Love commercial, man.
So yeah, we're working on that. And then as far as it's really just keeping not this other business, but keeping the single family moving along as well. So still adding. We have a cold caller that in the last couple of weeks has been a little bit hit or miss. So it's just getting them re-engaged in that. I'm also possibly shifting a little bit away from foreclosure and maybe go after probate because I have those lists as well. So working on some techniques for that.
But that morning calls, our cold caller is more successful in the morning. Has been.
Yeah.
We were surprised by that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is surprising.
For my cold callers, I think I hit on this last week or something, that initially I had a cold caller who'd worked for Big Dogs, who's been trained as a cold caller, who was a cold caller for 5 years. And then I listened to her. It was terrible. So make sure you listen to what they're doing on there. And she's come along. She sucks up info really good and is really trainable, but it took a lot of effort to train her to where she is now.
Was she
Yeah,
doing
my guys,
just like? Sorry, go ahead, Frank.
Sorry. No, I was saying my guy's he's been in sales for a long time, not afraid to call. I was just getting him the scripts for foreclosure. And unfortunately I had an AI list that I dropped in and he was calling somebody that wasn't in foreclosure. I know we have a notice of foreclosure. And she's like, what? And then she screamed at him. So it's like he kind of he got a little gun shy because of that. And I'm like, well, one, pay attention to the list you're calling. So it said clearly AI list. Yeah. And she got mad. She started messaging, I need your last name. I need to know who you are. I was like, I just put her on. I said to block her.
That calm down, it's a mistake. Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, no,
anyways, yeah.
That's awesome. I'll take the
It's a good
opportunity
experience.
to say a couple my goals here, what we've been doing since your commercial, and I'm excited about commercial with mobile home parks. I have a SMART goal now. By the end of September, I've identified 150 mobile home parks off market that we're marketing to. And then I'm reaching 10 brokers every single week now. There's 138 brokers or something, so I've called about half of them.
Nice.
Yeah. But SMART goals too are really neat with ChatGPT. I found out I've spent a lot of time over that over the weekend. Got a D in English class. And it helps me out so much. So I'm always pushing these, but it came up with like a 3-year, 5-year, 1-year, quarterly, and from now until the end of next quarter goal sheets for us using
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use them for campaigns all the time. We're building a campaign for part of the commercial stuff, and it's just, hey, put a campaign together for me on socials, however many like per day, so it's a lot easier than having to come up with that content on your own.
Yeah.
It works pretty good.
Well, it's such a time shortcut. All right. Sorry to cut you, Joe and Amy off, but I wanted to let them get in here before they had to take off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cold caller when
We'll see y'all next week.
Take
later,
care. You
Frank.
guys. Have a great week.
Yeah. Bye now.
With your code callers when you said that you started listening to him before you started working with her. Was she just doing like the, hey, are you looking to sell your house? And what's the condition and this and that? And
Pretty much
okay,
everything
pretty
that
much
works
the
with the
same thing I found.
foreclosure. Yeah, I have not yet found anybody who knows how to do foreclosures. They may run across a few, but all the cold callers are just the non-motivated sellers, it seems like. So to have a cold caller trained in foreclosures that we can present to other big dogs, I think is a valuable tool that we're kind of working on.
That's what I would like to do.
Yeah.
I'd like to train our cold callers because all the cold callers we get, they're very unfamiliar with foreclosures and the personality of the person going into foreclosure and what they're going through, which kind of makes all the difference when you're trying to build that rapport.
Yeah, big time. You're good at drilling down on the details of that and softening the message. She's more,
Yeah.
she's better versed at approaching people from being a flight attendant. But yeah, Joe, I've been thinking about you too. When we interview somebody we like, we'll let you know. Or,
Please do. I
but
think right now I'm gonna pull the reins back and I'm gonna jump in the saddle myself and just do that for a little bit and then yeah, had
so
some stuff come up.
I was starting to like filter and get away from the short sales because we're seeing so many and I didn't want to do short sales, but we're starting to make connections now with short sale partners. So if you listen to Chris Alcido's short sale video in the extras under the Dropbox or whatever, bonus material, I think it's really good. I didn't fully understand it, and it connects all the dots on how to handle one so that you get paid when it comes in the door and you don't have to do all the work.
You basically just pass it off as a referral.
Yeah, so pretty much you have to submit an offer, and ours is going to be, 70% minus repairs. When you submit that offer, normally on a short sale, the bank's probably going to not take your offer. If it does, now you're on the hook till you got to close on that.
Right.
But if they don't, then it'll force the listing on the MLS, which I think will happen most of the time. And then if they do find a buyer off the MLS, you get 1/4 of the realtor's commission as a marketing fee. And when you say this, realtors hate it. They're like, no, that's illegal. We can't share commission. You have to be a realtor. And I had this problem. I had a short sale specialist who was connecting. I was starting to feed her leads. And then she's like, no, my broker won't do it. It's illegal. It's illegal. And I asked Chris Salcido, and he's like, that is bullshit. They can absolutely do it. Her broker just doesn't want to. But yes, they can do it. It's a marketing fee. So he's like, just find somebody that wants it. And if they don't, give them to somebody else.
You talked to that lady that responded to your Facebook post?
Not yet. That's my next step, though. I found somebody, I think, here in Florida. The person in Houston, Texas Triangle, bailed on me because of her broker.
Okay. It's really surprising to me that, I mean, during the 3-day event that we all went to, Phil talked so much about how much money he made on short sales and then
Dude, if you want to do short sales, that's the thing. Like, if you can handle the paperwork, maybe train some VAs. I was thinking that before this meeting. Maybe somebody here wants to do short sales because we could feed
I
leads all.
mean, if there's money to be made there, I'm happy to entertain that. Like my friend that they actually just sold their house on a short sale. And they told me that the bank basically told them that whatever offer comes in have to be about 80% of what the outstanding balance of the loan currently is.
Yeah, initially, and then they go down after time too, though.
Okay. Well, that wasn't told to them, but for obvious reasons.
The longer the bank holds it, the lower the offers they'll take. So they say keep resubmitting offers every 2 weeks or a month or something like that.
Sure.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
It's definitely something to look into a little bit more. Like I said, I mean, I definitely think that there's money to be made in you know in those things, but I've been working with Sean and talking with Grant and his crew as well, and you know, even from the one contract that we had locked up that, you know, from my calculations, probably had about $20,000 of meat on the bone, but nobody wanted to touch it.
Yeah, it's a short sale after the transactions and whatnot. There's no money in it.
So
Everybody wants to throw away these short sales, man. I'm hitting them all the time. So I'm like, we gotta connect that dot and start getting paid on them. A commission on one of those will be $700 or $800.
Say,
have you, you guys are apprentice, aren't you?
Mhm.
Have you guys talked to Phil about that at all and asked him, hey, what's the secret on short sale?
we don't talk to
I mean,
Phil. No one talks.
Oh.
No one talks to Phil. He's not around.
Oh, okay. I thought the apprentice program gave you direct access to them.
To know all you want,
Yeah,
but
but not to Phil.
Oh, I see. I see.
Phil's too busy making money.
As I say, Alexis, with your realtor course, you know, you could start doing short sales too.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
want to specialize in that, I think all it'll take is just a little army of VAs doing paperwork for you or something.
Really?
That's my idea. I don't know. I've never done it, but if you want to get into short sales, that'd be great. You can be
That would definitely be a good idea, honestly. Because if you guys are getting a lot, then we can definitely do that. Yeah, okay, sure. I'll do
You're
it.
just figuring it out, you know, once
I figure it all out, yeah, absolutely.
You have to submit a
Mhm.
hardship package and all this paperwork, and it's like applying for a
Yeah.
loan or worse.
Yeah. Well,
As long as you
okay.
have a process, back 10, 15 years ago in California, when they had a lot of bank owned and short sales, I only did one, but my colleagues did a lot. As long as you follow very closely, you know what the process is. Different banks have different processes and different tools that they want you to use. Then you can do it. It's you have to be very diligent and follow very closely. And again, each bank is different. We did a lot of Citibank, and they even have a tool that you get selected to be able to input your data, and also you can do it.
I think you can do it. It sounds like we got some short sale team coming together here, maybe.
I know, right? I
Be
was
awesome.
going to say, Alexis, I think doubling down on what Chad said earlier, I think watching Chris Alcide's video on short sales would also be a great place to start.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll definitely do that. Yeah, short sale is kind of confusing to me, so yeah, I can definitely I'll definitely learn some more about it and then we can do it. I'm cool with that.
Do you know where to find that?
Is it on Big Dog Tools?
Yeah, it's yeah, I can pull it up real quick. Not on Big Dog Pools, it's on the training.
So yeah, you
Oh,
go
you're beating me to it.
courses, MLS contract special topics, and you go. All of these are so good, but
Right
short-
there. Oh no, that was pack sale.
See,
Yeah, there it is. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
There's
Amy,
a second one under it that says nope.
I want to see if Amy's dispoed any properties yet.
I'm working on it right now. I'm answering emails like crazy. I discovered one little trick. You know, you're only supposed to post a deal on Big Dog's Facebook page once, but if you change the text just slightly, then they'll approve it to bump it up again. So just so you, I don't know if anyone's done it, but I was like, oh, I want to change the wording on that. And I just did that just to, you know, if someone was going across it and it moved it back up to the top and they had to prove it. And I was like, oh, bonus. Now I can share that with you guys. So anyway, I got like 4 Facebook posts while we're sitting here on the phone because I updated that last night. So
That's
from
awesome.
just Big Dogs alone. But yeah, my 200 calls, I did that and then some last week. That was my goal. And I thought with purchasing investor base, which is qualified flippers and landlords, it would be a game changer. It's still working it. I mean, I set up the system. I mean, it's constant contact. I can see how many open, you know, send the email out, call, text, email, call, text. That's what I've done for the last week. And talked to a lot of nice people. But No, on the Granite Hills one, that's the one I was just trying to do myself because I thought, oh, this is a great property. It's not gonna have any problem selling. And have till Friday.
Have you seen strategy number 13, the rivet auction?
The what?
Rosie officially came out on Tuesday with rivet auctions.
Oh, yeah, I'm on her subscription,
Okay.
Rosie. Yeah, so I started it because I went to her with a property in Austin. Oh, I think we just bought it wrong because the comps were pulled. But anyway, again, it was one of those things where she looked at it and see what we could do differently. So she was so helpful. Um, so I subscribe to her and get her information on that. I haven't reached out to her on this one. Again, I just thought I could do it myself. I want to be greedy and keep all the money myself.
A lot of work.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
enjoy it more than I do the find. You know what I mean? I
Okay.
just got to get it down. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. So that's the part that, because it's just a mini marketing campaign that's a flash sale, it's like limited time. So my email last night was like showings this week, to everyone in that area, and set up times for them. So it's just like, I think it's fun. I just haven't got any results yet. I'm going to say yet because I'm going to
Yeah,
get results.
that's it. Yeah, you got to keep trying. So
But
you
the other one I've tried with Fazio, I've tried to dispo and just partner with Fazio, Armando, and then Rosie. So yeah, those are three that I've looked at
okay.
on different ends.
Have you seen her actual technique and the psychology behind rivet auctions? She did a whole talk on it on the Tuesday call last week. It's recorded.
I have not seen it. I talked to her assistant about it though,
It's really pretty cool.
what they're
She's
doing.
finding
Yeah.
premium buyers and having them do an auction, and there's deep psychology for the seller and the buyer. But it drives prices way up. She got, I think, 320 out of a house she couldn't sell for like 190.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is that what when was that recording?
Last Tuesday.
Okay.
The Tuesday night one at 7.
Uh-huh.
But Shanoa said like it's been a long time since we had a 13th strategy, and they cleared it with Shanoa, and this is now like our 13th big dog strategy. And there's an actual auctioneer there.
Yeah, I got the crash course on it, I guess, on what they were trying to do and how they were going to help. But I'm going to watch that. I'll probably learn more watching a presentation than having a conversation.
Oh yeah. From what I gather, the psychology goes to the seller to where basically this is going to go to auction on the courthouse steps. Why don't we bring those same buyers here to our own auction, and you get to control it? You get to set the minimum. Then for the buyers, the auction, of course, creates the psychology of bidding prices up. And it's premium buyers, as you know, I'm sure, right?
Yeah. So yeah, it's going. I'm like having I don't know if you know Addie Mendia. She's the one she's asking a bunch of questions about that property now. But yeah, it's just I guess I like about it because you just have such a short time and the rush of just trying to get it all out there. It's I don't know.
Yeah.
I like it better than finding the deals.
Maybe you could be the dispo person then if you like that, you know?
Well,
Found
that's
myself
what-
to enjoy Dispo as well.
So this is the kind of stuff I like, because you say stuff like this and then a year later, before you know it, you have a team together on accident or something.
It feels like we're getting a team together. Everyone's
Yeah.
got something to do. Sounds good. Yay.
Yeah, now how to combine
Yes.
how to combine it into cash flow is what we need to do.
Right.
Yeah. It's but let's if you know anyone still looking for a lake house, got one.
Yeah.
The other ones are, just partnering and letting them do the things. The question that I had that it was kind of weird. I know that on Fazio, how they're doing it compared to like they wanted to put another lockbox on the house since it's no one's living there. That they just have like a, the code on it with the key in it instead of doing the realtors. And they just want strangers to go in and out of it without anyone being there. And the homeowners, as you can imagine, are not happy about that. So it just opens them up, but that's the way they're doing it. That seems kind of sketchy to me. Is that
Yeah, we've toured a couple of their houses that they just fill, and that's how they usually do it.
But I
Which
mean,
is
as the
better.
homeowner, I mean, yeah, that just, I don't know. Mine were like, nope,
Yeah.
we want you there, or, I mean, good thing it's listed with the realtor. The realtor can be there. That's what they're doing. But it's like, it was just weird. I thought it was kind of weird.
What about liability? And if something happens, if there is a stolen damage in the house,
Yeah,
or an
exactly.
accident happens on the site?
And they're not verifying these people either. I mean, like Fazio's not. So it could just be any person. It could be a squatter, I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just thought that was weird.
It is. If it makes you money,
Mhm.
though. Did you see the Ben Jensen's brother pyramid scheme thing he put out? Pretty funny.
But they were slow to get back to me. I don't know if they're busy or what. Armando, yeah.
Huh. We're working with
Okay.
him right now. He's been good so far.
Yeah, I filled out the form, on another property and just was like, wait, it was like everyone else is like immediate, I guess, and maybe they're just learning. And we want instant gratification in this day and age, so
They've
waiting
already
2 days for a response is kind of like, you shouldn't have to do that.
Maybe call him, I'd say.
Yeah, I messaged him, yeah.
Mm.
He's been super responsive for us, so we're hoping to get paid here again the next 30 days.
Yeah, I think he's supposed to put one of our properties on the market today.
Yeah, we're doing a novation, but it's like a weird novation because we did an attorney in kind instead of the actual novation form, so we just get to negotiate and on the behalf of the seller, who's my friend who doesn't give a shit. So it works there, but there's two ways to do a novation. I didn't realize that. Kind of.
I don't know.
But,
This is the only way
Gary, man, haven't heard anything out of you today.
Sorry, I'm multitasking over here.
Multitask. I'll do one thing at the same time and switch between them quickly.
Man, I think we had a pretty good week. So Mike Menudo came up. We had a meeting with I don't know if anybody knows Pandian. He's another builder in DFW, but he does I guess he's a mortgage banker, but he does he's a builder as well, but he does like more entry level homes, like the $300,000 to $400,000 range. And so, we're coming up with we're getting leads on land, 60, 100 acres that people can't really do anything with because there's not a whole lot of buyers for land like that. The developers, the big guys like the DF4, the Hill Woods, which is Ross Pro's company, and Star, whatever it is, which Jerry Jones' company. These are the buildings. These are these big developers, and they're just gonna pay what they want to pay for it, and they're gonna buy it when they want to buy it. And so if people have these large tracts of land, sometimes they've owned them for years or decades, or they're inherited, and they don't necessarily have money, right? But they got this land that they're paying taxes on, and they can't get rid of it. And so we're looking to kind of partner with them and saying, hey, we can entitle this thing, develop it, and sell off lots, or we can build some houses on it, and keep them involved. Makes it really easy to finance when you don't have to buy the land outright or upfront. Create them a ton of money over the next several years because they'll get a premium on it for doing that. Having that agreement with us, and so just kind of partner with him. Couple of things we can do with it. I told him, I said, I'm trying to build high-end houses. He's trying to build entry-level houses. We can kind of go in and do whole communities. We can put some commercial stuff on there. We can put some of these assisted living facilities on there. And so he's got a whole what do you call it? entitlement team that he works with, which is really helpful. So we just kind of had a good long meeting, took about a half a day, and just kind of talked through some things. And so we got some big projects that we're looking at now. So that was really cool. And then I know Mike's meeting with Shanoa and Andy and Yulia tomorrow. Kind of talk to them about some of the assisted living stuff because a couple of the big dogs want to build some new assisted living facilities. So I'm designing a 16-unit facility that we can build on some of this land, and we've got some other land that we're partnering with landowners on. So anyway, that seems to be a good little strategy for me because I don't have to buy anything up front, and we got landowners that otherwise want to get rid of their land and would rather work with somebody that's a little bit more personal anyway, rather than having this big company just write them a check and which they're not writing checks for them right now anyway. So seems to be working, and man, I think it'll be good. And we got a really nice property up in Allen that we got a guy on the hook for. We can put about 24 houses on, probably in the little number between 1 and 1.5 million each. So and he's kind of, he likes this arrangement, and for whatever reason he bought this thing back in 2005, which he probably paid 300-400 grand for. So he's got no money into it, and he's got no reason to get out, but for whatever reason he didn't develop. There's a bunch of houses, it's all surrounded by, it's right on a walking path right next to the elementary school and parks. I mean, it's a beautiful spot. I don't know why he didn't develop. He's tried working with Grand Homes and Shattuck over the years, but he just decided not to. But he seems to be willing to work with us on that. So anyway, it's a neat little strategy, and I think it's something will come of it here. Alexis is excited because she can list a bunch of houses.
Nice.
I am so excited. It was a really good meeting. It was really promising. So, yeah.
Developing's cool stuff.
Yeah, and then the other thing is, I've got on the entitlement side, there's this cool AI software which literally takes weeks of research and kind of condenses it all into minutes. And it's really cool. And I did a demonstration with him. Problem is he wants 80 grand a year for his software. It's like, holy cow, dude. But I talked to an AI developer. He's like, no, we can duplicate this, get this up and running in about a month. Just copy what he's doing because it's all public information. Just scrubbing the internet for all the, the FEMA maps, utilities.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, that's and so he's just, he put that thing together. These guys obviously put a lot of work into this thing, but so we may end up going that route. Might cost a little bit more up front, but we'll have something long term that we can't that we could probably resell. I mean, if he's charging that kind of money for it, what the heck, he's a D.R. Horton's about to run it out nationally.
I just saw Buffett purchased $700 million worth of Lennar.
Really?
That should reinforce the future of the housing market right here. He's claiming that the inventory is still way too low. Even as things slow down, we're behind by like 3.6 million on inventory.
Oh yeah, so just the DFW market alone, the demand here for the next decade is about 88,000 housing units per year. I know the numbers like off the charts, right? But here's the thing, with at full capacity, with all the labor and all the materials, we can only build about 55,000-60,000.
That's fantastic.
So they stopped building because even though the demand's there, the ability to purchase has gotten behind because of the interest rates.
Mobile home parks.
But once that's fixed, everything's going to start taking off again. And again, I mean, the housing prices are just going to jump up, but got to figure out a way to get the younger generation into homes. Because I think, unlike the millennials, the Gen Z is actually, that's one of their main goals is to get into home ownership. The millennials kind of bought into this whole, hey, rent and do this experience thing and don't buy the homes. And I put my my tinfoil hat on about that. I think that's all driven by BlackRock and their desire to own everybody. But
the other thing is the average single family home price is so high, it's like 420 something. So it's this catch-22. It's a great inflation hedge, but you can't get into it because it's too expensive and everything's inflating.
Yeah,
No.
and if interest rates come down, it's just going to inflate more, right? Like it's
Yeah,
you,
we're
you
good
can't
for the
you,
dollar.
you can't really win, because the way the buyer behavior, they should really be buying while the interest rates are high. But they don't. People don't think like that. I'm going to wait until interest rates come down. It's like, dude, you're going to pay more for the house. You're going to have the same exact payment. What, like,
Could refinance.
yeah, people just they don't understand how it works. But nobody wants to pay a high interest rate, right? And it's
Yeah. And what if you're wrong and interest rates go up?
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, they will come down at some point, but like, just wait it out. You know, somebody told me once a long time ago, the time to buy is now, always.
Yeah.
If
But
prices become an issue here, the lots are pretty large in these areas, in Dallas, in Texas in general. What's happening in California, I mean, I go back because I have been there so many years, but um, the ADUs now are a big deal. And they are allowing just about anybody in the Silicon Valley or in, in a number of different places to put an ADU, whether you're going to rent it, whether it's for family or whatever. So they have come up with some really nice small homes that are really quite functional and very aesthetic. So I don't know, maybe that could be something in the future to think about to get some lower cost um, housing.
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
you talking about like tiny homes?
It can be tiny home, it can be a number, you can call it in a number of different ways, but they don't have wheels,
Yeah,
Um, they
ADU
are,
is a
well,
permanent.
it's not a mobile home, but it's a small home and they call it ADUs, adjacent dwelling unit. And now most cities in some counties, they allow to do that, especially in the Silicon Valley, the San Francisco Bay Area. They are allowing this in many cities there now.
It's popular in Florida. And I visited a manufacturer in Tampa. They have yacht finishes inside. They have stainless steel. They're hurricane resistant. You can put them up in the air, but they're different than mobile homes or RVs because they're fixed and you have to build them with a permit. So that's why the ADU designation, but they're kind of like a cooler tiny home.
To get a
I
permit for the
visited,
ADU too.
yeah, this one was like super customizable. The
Are
one
they
I
called
visited.
modular homes too?
A modular home's on
Or
a
no?
foundation that's assembled from a factory. We've got those in our
Mm.
mobile home parks too.
So it's different than an ADU?
Yeah, but these ADUs, the one we've factory we visited had 8x8 squares. You can make interior or deck space by 8x8 squares and stack them however many you wanted. Like you could have a 3,000 square foot home. And he said, we'll make them 8x10, 8x12, 10x10, 10, whatever dimensions you want. We can just square them out or rectangle them away. It was pretty.
Almost like a Lego.
Yeah, yeah, and they were really nice.
Yeah.
For like $140,000.
yeah. I think one of the issues, specifically in Collin County in this area here, you've got um, I mean, I raised two teenage girls in a house that was 900 square feet with 3 beds and 1 bath. I mean, these guys are growing up in like these 4,000, 5,000 square foot homes, with multiple bath and whatever. And then they get out in the real world and they get their first, adult job, and that's the kind of home they want. And there's no real, it's like you can build these little things here all you want. People don't want to live in them. I mean, some people will. I mean, some people have to. But I don't
That
know. They'd rather live with their parents than buy these new houses. But getting them into houses, and then you always got, I don't know, you always have with the small houses, they always tend to, I don't know, you can never really build them in nice areas. You know what I mean? Like you're always getting, because the land's too expensive. It's like the nicer the area, the more the lot is, and that really drives the house price up.
Yeah, that's where I really think mobile home parks are the answer because there's the biggest problem we have, or one of the biggest problems in America is affordable housing. It's the only true non-subsidized form of affordable housing. Section 8 doesn't work. It's not sustainable.
Well, BTR is the way that everybody's really going right now. So I don't know.
Build to rent.
Yeah.
There is this whole market for the seniors.
I think I think if you could build like duplexes or some townhomes where you could come up with a scenario where, the owner is kind of owner occupied and you can use the rents from the other units to kind of subsidize your house payment. I mean, that's how I bought my first house. It was a 2-family. We paid 149 for the house. My mortgage, taxes, insurance are $1,100 a month. And I rented the second floor out for $900 a month. So I lived there for $200 a month, and I was 27 years old, and that's how I bought my first house.
I did house hacking before it was labeled house hacking by Brandon, right?
But you don't really see that here in Texas a lot, because you don't see a lot of there are some, but you don't see a lot of people building duplexes and multifamilies. It's the big BTR stuff, or these giant single family houses. I don't know. You would think condos would be a little more popular than they are, because they tend to be a little more affordable, but
Those stupid fees.
Yeah, the HOA fees are like more than rent sometimes.
yeah, I mean, well, that's
Texas and Florida does that to you.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, so there's probably a ton of scenarios that would work for affordable housing. I just don't see any of it really taking off.
yeah. I'm gonna buy more mobile home parks. Get really rich doing it. I'm ready to go, man. It's been an hour on here, and
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta hit the road.